Your body doesn't warn you when it starts breaking down after 70. It doesn't send a letter. It doesn't give you a sign. It just starts, quietly, slowly. And by the time you notice, you've already lost years. 5 specific things happen to every person who crosses 70. Not some people, every person. And most don't find out until they're sitting in a hospital bed wondering what went wrong. My name is Dr. Robert Mitchell. I've spent 28 years working with seniors, over 6,000 patients. And last month, a woman named Gloria sat across from me in my office and said something I'll never forget. "Doctor, I used to dance at my granddaughter's wedding. Now I can't walk to my mailbox. What happened to me?" Gloria was 75. Just 2 years earlier, she was traveling. She was cooking holiday dinners. She was living her life. Now she couldn't button her own shirt. What happened? The 5 things I'm about to tell you. Gloria missed every single one. You might think this won't happen to you. You're active. You eat right. You feel good. That's exactly what Gloria thought too. But here's the truth nobody tells you. These 5 changes don't care how healthy you feel. They happen anyway. The only difference is whether you prepare for them or let them take everything from you. In this video, I'm going to show you all 5. What they are, what they do to your body, and exactly what you can do to fight back starting today. Stay with me until the very end because the last one is the change that catches the most people off guard. And it's the one that sends more seniors to nursing homes than anything else on this list. These aren't opinions. No, these aren't internet stories. Everything I'm about to share is based on real medical research and patterns I've watched unfold in thousands of patients over nearly 3 decades. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what's happening inside your body, and you'll have the tools to do something about it before it's too late. Thing number 1, your muscles are vanishing, and you have no idea it's happening. Right now, as you're watching this, your body is eating its own muscle. It's called sarcopenia, and it starts earlier than you think. After the age of 50, you lose roughly 1% of your muscle mass every single year. 1% doesn't sound like much, but do the math. By 70, you've lost 20% of your muscle. By 80, it's 30%. Gone. And here's what makes this truly dangerous. The loss doesn't stay steady. From 70 to 75, your muscles disappear twice as fast as they did from 60 to 65. It accelerates, like a car rolling downhill with no brakes. Let me tell you about 2 people, Harold and Eugene, both 73 years old. Same neighborhood, same background. Harold bought a cheap set of resistance bands 2 years ago. Every morning, 15 minutes, arms, legs, core, nothing complicated. He does it while watching the morning news. It's boring, it's simple, but he does it every single day without fail. Eugene thought exercise was for young people. He figured walking to the kitchen and back was enough. He told his wife, "I've been fine my whole life. I don't need rubber bands to stay healthy." Fast forward 1 year, Harold carries his own groceries. He gets out of his recliner without grabbing the armrest. He gets down on the floor with his grandkids and gets back up on his own. Eugene can't open a jar of peanut butter. He calls his daughter 3 times a week for help with things around the house. Last month, he fell trying to get off the toilet. His wife found him on the bathroom floor. That was the day their family started talking about assisted living. Same age, same starting point. One man trained, one man didn't. 2 completely different lives. A study from Tufts University measured this in 800 seniors. At 65, participants could lift an average of 40 pounds. At 75, only 28 pounds. At 85, just 18. That's a 55% drop in strength in a single decade. Think about what that means. Carrying a bag of groceries, climbing a flight of stairs, pushing yourself out of a bathtub. When you can't do those things, you lose your independence. And once independence goes, everything follows. But here's the good news. Your muscles don't care how old you are. They still respond. Researchers at McMaster University took a group of seniors, average age 78. They put them on a basic resistance training program. 12 weeks later, participants gained an average of 4 pounds of muscle. Some gained 7 at 78 years old. The seniors who didn't train, they lost another 2 pounds in the same period. That's a 6-pound difference in just 3 months. Here's what you do. Get resistance bands. They cost less than a dinner out. Every morning, 15 minutes. Pull, push, squeeze. Your muscles are waiting for a reason to grow. Give them one. Now try this. Stand up from your chair right now without using your hands. Don't push off the armrests. Don't lean forward and grab your knees. So just stand straight up. If you can't do it, your muscles are already weaker than they should be. But now you know. And knowing is where the change begins. Thing number 2. Your balance system is shutting down and you can't feel it. Deep inside your skull, you have 3 tiny canals. They're filled with fluid. Every time you move, that fluid shifts and tells your brain exactly which way is up. It's the reason you can walk without falling over. It's the reason you can turn your head and not lose your footing. It's your body's built-in level. After 70, those canals start degrading. The fluid gets thicker. The tiny hair sensors inside them get weaker. Your brain starts getting wrong information. Mixed signals, static instead of clarity. Let me tell you about a woman named Doris. She was 71 when she first noticed something strange. Oh, she'd stand up from the couch and the room would tilt, just for a second, like being on a boat. She'd grab the wall, steady herself, and move on. She never told anyone. She thought it was normal. It wasn't normal. It was her balance system failing. I tested Doris. I asked her to stand on one foot. She lasted less than 2 seconds before she grabbed my arm. 10 years earlier, she could have held that position for 30 seconds without blinking. Now think about her neighbor, Vivian. Same age, same slight dizziness in the mornings. But Vivian mentioned it to her doctor. He told her to practice standing on one foot every morning while brushing her teeth. 10 seconds at first, then 20, then 30. 6 weeks later, Vivian's dizziness was gone. Her confidence came back. She stopped gripping the walls when she walked down the hallway. Doris didn't do anything. 8 months later, she tripped stepping into her bathtub, broke her wrist, spent 6 weeks in a cast, and after the cast came off, she was afraid to shower alone. Here's what the research says. A study from Johns Hopkins tracked 2,000 seniors. The ones who couldn't balance with their eyes closed had 5 times more falls within 2 years. 5 times. That's not a small increase. That's a completely different future. Try this right now. Stand up. Close your eyes. Can you stay balanced for 10 seconds without swaying, without reaching for something? If you're over 70 and you can't, your balance system is already compromised, but it's not too late. Every morning, 1 foot. Brush your teeth. Start with whatever you can manage. 5 seconds is fine. The point is to make your brain work for it. And your balance system is like a muscle. If you don't challenge it, it dies. If you do, it comes back to life. If you're still with me and finding value in this, I'd love it if you'd comment the number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next video. Your support helps us keep making content like this. Now let's keep going because the next 3 are the ones that truly change everything. Thing number 3, your bones are turning to chalk, and you won't know until they shatter. This is the silent destroyer. There's no pain, no ache, no warning of any kind. Your bones just quietly get weaker year after year, and then one day, they break. Dorothy was 73, healthy, active. She walked 2 miles every morning. One December morning, so she stepped onto her porch. There was a thin sheet of ice. Her foot slipped. She landed on her hip. The pain was instant, blinding. Her husband called an ambulance. But here's what the surgeon told her family that night. Something that changed how they understood everything. He said the hip didn't break because she fell. She fell because the hip broke. Her bone had become so thin, so hollow, that it snapped under her own body weight just from the twisting motion of slipping. The fall came after the fracture, not before. That's osteoporosis, and the numbers are terrifying. 1 in 2 women over 50 will break a bone because of it. For men, it's 1 in 4. After a hip fracture, 40% of seniors never walk independently again. Never. They go from active to wheelchair in a single moment, and 20% die within 1 year. Not from the break, from the complications. Pneumonia from lying in bed too long, blood clots from not moving, infections from surgery, 1 fall, 1 thin patch of ice, 1 second, and everything changes forever. But you can stop this. Walking is good, but it's not enough. Your bones need impact. They need stress. That's the signal that tells your body to build them stronger. Jumping jacks, Light jogging, even just marching in place and bringing your knees up firmly, anything that puts force through your skeleton. And you need calcium and vitamin D. Most seniors are dangerously low in both. Your body literally cannot build bone without them. It's like trying to build a house without bricks. Dorothy started a bone strengthening program after months of rehab. 1 year later, her bone density scans showed improvement. Not perfect, but measurably stronger than the day she broke her hip. She told me something I'll never forget. "Doctor, I thought being healthy meant I was safe. Nobody told me my bones were disappearing." Now you know, don't be Dorothy. Get your bone density checked. Start impact exercises. Take your calcium and vitamin D. This is one you can actually prevent if you act early enough. Thing number 4, your brain loses track of where your body is. This one sounds strange, but once you understand it, you'll never see falling the same way again. Right now, close your eyes. Touch your nose with your finger. Easy, right? You didn't have to look. You didn't have to think about it. Your brain knew exactly where your hand was and exactly where your nose was. That ability is called proprioception. It's your body's internal GPS. And after 70, the signal starts breaking up. Researchers at the University of Michigan did a fascinating study. They attached sensors to seniors walking upstairs. They asked each person how high they were lifting their feet. The seniors said 6 inches. The sensors said 3. Their brains were telling them one thing. Their bodies were doing something completely different. This is why older people trip over things they can clearly see. It's not their eyes, it's not weakness. Their brain's map of their own body has become inaccurate. They think their foot cleared the step. It didn't. Robert was 76. He tripped over his own feet 3 times in 1 month. There was nothing on the floor, no rug, no obstacle. He just misjudged where his foot was in space. His wife was terrified. She started following him around the house. And I taught Robert 3 simple exercises. Stand on 1 foot for 30 seconds. Walk heel to toe in a straight line like a tightrope. Close your eyes and reach out to touch a doorknob. That's it. 5 minutes a day. He did them every morning after breakfast. 6 weeks later, Robert hadn't tripped once. Not once. His wife stopped following him. He told me, "Doctor, I feel like I know where my feet are again." Your brain can relearn this. It just needs practice. Walk heel to toe across your bedroom tonight. 10 steps forward, 10 steps back, 1 foot directly in front of the other. If you wobble, good. That wobble is your brain recalibrating. That's the exercise working. If you've made it this far, drop a number 4 in the comments. I read every single one, and they mean more than you know. Now, the last one. And this is the one that surprised me the most in my career. And it might surprise you too. Thing number 5, your fear of falling is making you fall. I know, this sounds backwards. You'd think being afraid would make you more careful, more cautious, safer, but that's not what happens. Fear doesn't protect you. Fear destroys you. When you're afraid, your body tenses up, your muscles lock, your joints stiffen, you stop moving naturally and start moving rigidly. And rigid movement is the most unstable kind of movement there is. Think about walking on ice. If you're relaxed, your body makes tiny adjustments with every step. A small slip and your ankle corrects. Your hips shift. You stay upright. But if you're terrified, you freeze. Everything locks. And the moment your foot slides even a little, you go straight down. Whereas there's no flexibility to catch you. A study from the British Medical Journal found that seniors who reported a high fear of falling were 3 times more likely to actually fall. 3 times. The fear itself was creating the very thing they were afraid of. Helen was 71. She had 1 small fall in her kitchen, a little bruise on her knee. Nothing serious. But something changed in her mind that day. She became terrified. She started taking tiny shuffling steps everywhere. She gripped the furniture when she walked from room to room. She stopped going outside. She stopped visiting friends. She stopped going to church. Her world got smaller and smaller and smaller. Her daughter called me in tears. "My mother used to be so full of life. Now she won't leave her living room." We worked with Helen slowly. She practiced walking normally with someone right beside her. Flat surfaces first, then a hallway, then outside on the sidewalk. We didn't push her. We just gave her permission to trust her body again. 6 weeks later, Helen called me, and she said something I will carry with me forever. Doctor, I forgot I was afraid. I just walked to the mailbox and didn't even think about it. That's the power of confidence. It changes how you move. When you trust your body performs better. Your steps get longer. Your posture straightens. Your muscles relax. Everything works the way it's supposed to. If you've been holding back, if you've been shuffling, if you've been gripping the walls, your fear is making you less safe, not more. Start small. Walk with someone you trust. Practice on flat, safe ground. Take one more step than you did yesterday. You'll be amazed how quickly your body remembers what it already knows. So let's put this all together. 5 things that quietly destroy your body after 70. 1. Your muscles disappear and steal your strength. 2. Your balance system shuts down and you don't feel it. 3. Your bones turn hollow and shatter without warning. 4. Your brain loses its map of your body and you start tripping over nothing. 5. Fear locks you up and causes the very falls you're trying to avoid. Every single one of these has a solution. Resistance training, balance drills, bone-building exercises, proprioception practice, confidence work. None of this requires a gym membership. None of it requires expensive equipment. None of it takes more than 15 minutes a day. Your body is waiting for you to fight back. It wants to be strong. It wants to be steady. You just have to give it the chance. Start today, not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Pick 2 things from this video. Do them every morning. In 1 month, you'll feel the difference. In 3 months, your family will notice. In 6 months, you'll wonder why you ever felt unsteady. Gloria came back to see me 4 months after that first visit. She walked into my office without her cane. She sat down and stood back up without grabbing anything. She looked at me and said, "Doctor, I'm dancing again." That's what this is about. Not just avoiding falls, not just staying out of a nursing home. It's about getting your life back. The next 20, 30 years of your life. They're still yours, but only if you fight for them. Everything I've shown you today works, but only if you start. Right now, Mosh, your body is changing. The question is simple. Are you going to change with it, or are you going to let it leave you behind? Thank you for being here today. I truly mean that. Leave a comment below and tell me one thing you learned and how you're going to use it. Your thoughts matter to us. Reading your stories gives us the motivation to keep going. If this video helped you, please like it, subscribe, and share it with someone you love. You might be the reason they never have to go through what Gloria went through. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.